What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac featuring Binder Gate. Okay, listen, what's in the binder for today, bitch? This raggedy piece of shit. Anyway, let's turn the page to Second Thessalonians because goddamn, bitch. But anyway, let me stop playing with y'all. Um, Listen. After last week, girl, and then Jamal, this is the reunion part two. Jamal did not make this shit that much better. I really wish he would have listened to Gizelle when he said that Gizelle told him to just not play into it, and he played into it, and she got once again caught in the crossfires because this whole thing was about Gizelle getting at her and proving that Gizelle ain't shit and that she came after Monique's family. And for those that don't understand and think that Monique went too hard on Gizelle, let me just put this out here like this. Gizelle has been coming after Monique, and Robin has been coming for Monique since she first got on here. Okay? Since that first comment, Gizelle did not like Monique ever since Monique basically put her in her place when she said she got 4 homes out there in Potomac. Okay, that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Ever since she first got, and it probably happened prior to that. She was the new girl. She was hazing her, and it just never let up. I don't know what it was about Monique that Gizelle just never liked, but she never liked the girl, and that's just point blank. Period. Okay, and you have to go back the seasons and you will see the instances that went on between Robin, Gizelle, and Monique and Gizelle, and even Umbrella Gate between Robin and Monique. You know what I'm saying? So their relationship has always been contentious, all right? And it's not like Gizelle is innocent. Gizelle is always up in other people's business. So that reading that she got, it was very much deserved. Whether it would have came from Monique, would have came from Candiace, would have came from Karen, would have came from Ashley, it would have very much been deserved. And I would have been all the way here for it, okay? Gizelle, why did you not lie and say that phone number was somebody else? Bitch, you would have had me up there like I would never had admitted that goddamn phone number was Jamal's, okay? I would have said there like, I don't know, never heard of it. That don't sound like the phone number to me. Okay, that bitch, I would have made it sound so freaking like it's the truth. But you know, she got caught up in that shit. She couldn't do nothing but tell the goddamn truth. And then Jamal come out with this video, and they talking about the communication and stuff, and what's going on with the relationship, and you know how she feels about it, and if he might cheat again and do all this stuff or whatever. Why she's so calm, and I'm at an age where I'm just, I'm at an age where it's just it's fine. It's fine. If I go talk to him tonight, everything will be fine. You know, if the communication and stuff that messed us up is on my end and everything. You know, it's just good. It's okay. You know, I don't have nothing to say or whatever. Why now you ain't got shit to say? Because you know that shit probably ain't real. And I'm talking about the relationship. Because according to Jamal's little video, he a single man. Okay, he never not once claimed Gizelle in that, and that made me mad for her. Okay, because you out here going through all of this, getting blasted on TV, and that motherfucker get on Zoom after the fact and still won't claim your ass. Okay, and you got 3 of his kids, 3 of his kids. Okay, and talking about how the relationship would be, how it would be a lose-lose situation or something like that for him if he would have got on the show and if he was talking to somebody else and all that shit. Of course, Candiace is like, it would have been worked better if he would have had came up here, and would have been with you. What is this excuse not to be with you, to kind of like debunk some of these rumors or whatever? It's just making you look more stupid. Candiace calling the book a thirst book. I mean, I guess go ahead and call it what you want, but it's a book. It's a binder. It is what it is. And it got our attention, okay? Nothing y'all doing. Candiace about to cry this episode, and I'm about to not be here for it. I just want y'all to know that already, okay? I just want y'all to know that already. And I'm finna say that because we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm jumping ahead. I ain't even there on the reunion yet, but I'm jumping ahead. I saw the commercial. But anyway... Let me stop. Girl, the candy stand's about to come through and thumbs the fuck down to this video. I really don't give a fuck. Okay? Y'all can do whatever y'all want to, girl. This is not my life, okay? It's getting me a little bit of change, and I'm not... Girl, I don't care about nobody on this cast. But anyway, listen. So they talk about that. Robin, y'all put that CVS receipt paper on Robin's hair. I don't know what was going on last week that I really did not pay attention to Robin. Robin was so unforgettable on the first part. I was not paying attention to her until after all the pictures and stuff started coming out, and I noticed the hair, and I was like, oh wow. And somebody put a CVS receipt up in her hair and shit like that. Somebody said her hair looked like, somebody rolled over it with a tire. Somebody said that the hair looked like, when the Prince of Ink started messing up and started running out. Girl, y'all a mess, okay? Y'all are a mess. I don't know why I didn't notice that shit. The bitch is unforgettable. The bitch not unforgettable. The bitch is forgettable to me, okay? But moving on from that, they talk about that. Wendy even said, you feel like you're calm. You seem like you're calm now, but in the inside, you're doing other stuff. That's when she started talking about, I see that you're coming from a caring place, and it's just that I'm older now. And, like, she's not trying to make it phase her. She not trying to give Monique the benefit of the doubt or give her that satisfaction that she got to her. Baby, your facial expressions have already shown that she's gotten to you with that information, okay? And she said if it comes out that this situation is true, or that he is and has done with some stuff on her while they've been trying to get back together this time, they'll cross that bridge when it happens. I said I guess that's the best thing that they can say at this point, because what else can you say about the situation? Then they break for lunch. You got Robin up in there. Why would you do some stuff like that? What's the motivation? That's what she said last week, bitch. And I'm sitting here like, what was Jamal's motivation? At the end of the day, we are in the middle of a fucking quarantine. Ain't shit else to do. So, bitch, that's what her motivation was, okay? Who got time? If people been coming at me this whole damn season because of one little incident that I did, and y'all want to shun and turn your back on me, bitch, I'm finna bring up every motherfucking thing and have the receipts to it. You think I'm gonna be a petty bitch? Hell the fuck yes. Because you not gonna sit here throughout the whole season and talk shit on me and make me seem like the purest 100% villain of all villains and not me get my say in. Oh no, the reunion is my time to fucking clap back. So that's what Monique is doing. So I am not mad at it. And I would expect any of the other girls to do the same thing. They probably wouldn't have came in with a binder or whatever, but I would expect them to get these clapbacks in the reunion, because that is what the fucking reunion is for. Did we forget what it's for? What the purpose is? To go over and reunite and to smooth out issues if we can, and to confront issues if we can. That's what the reunion is for, okay? And so they come back, they get to talking about Ashley and Michael's situation. Girl, Ashley got her ass up that line. Ashley, baby girl, I don't know who the fuck you fooling, trying to fool. You not fooling us. You probably trying to fool yourself, but you're not fooling us. Michael is not there because Michael was on a business trip or something. No, Michael had to attend a wedding somewhere else, okay? She said, oh no, we were supposed to be there together, and he thought that, we both thought that the reunion was supposed to be next week, and not this week. So, he's not here because he's attending a wedding to somebody that he's really close to or whatever. And I said, bullshit. Michael had no plans on coming because he made a fool of himself at the end of that episode, the end of this season. He made a 100% fool of himself, and he didn't want to own up to that shit. That's all that was for me, they get to talking about the postpartum stuff, which was cool. Okay. Bringing awareness to what a lot of women go through. That's understandable. I like that part of Ashley's, storyline. That's probably one of the only real parts that I really liked about Ashley's storyline. Wendy, let me tell you something. Wendy makes me so mad. Because let me shut up. She's a married woman. Wendy is a beautiful woman to me, okay? And she just comes off very ugly sometimes. Her personality, like, it makes me mad. It makes me mad, okay? Like, the facial expressions that she does when Ashley is talking, and even when they came up and somebody was asking about the question about being upset and why she came at Ashley. Do she see, do she regret coming at Ashley the way that she did when she found out that Ashley brought her baby to the girls' trip? And she explained that, and I understood her explanation, which is true. She felt a little triggered. You know what I'm saying? So that's how she lashed out. And it's understandable. And even Ashley was like, it's understandable. And Wendy kind of gave her, like, one of those. And I was like, okay, what was that? She was trying to be on your side. What was that about? I said, Wendy, calm down. You want conflict? Okay. Let me not use the word. No, I ain't even gonna do that. Let me not do that. You too fan of a person to be acting like this, Wendy. Like, but then again, that's Wendy the type of bitch I'll probably go for. That spicy shit, I was about to say something else, but I don't want to be looked at as a colorist or whatever, because y'all know that ain't me. But that spicy shit gets me hot. But let me stop. Y'all gonna be like, damn, Ashley, we need to know that. I'm just saying, it ain't no discrimination over this way, okay? You can be a bitch and I can still be attracted. I'm just saying. Moving on from that, and y'all know, moving on from that, I'll take. Let me stop. Anyway, moving on from that. So they get into the whole thing about, her ass, it took months to heal. And then this whole thing about Michael and his indiscretions and stuff like that, what they went through, and she tried to make it seem like he didn't fuck around on her with this strip or whatever, tried to say that they slept in the bed together, but they ain't do nothing. She wanted him to pay him. And like Andy and everybody was saying, you want to get paid for what? Her time. And I'm sitting here like, you's a lie, Ashley. If you really sitting here thinking that that man didn't sleep with that woman, okay, and she made it a point. She made it a point to tell us that, when she was separated, they were separated. She had a little indiscretion herself. She had a little thing on the side. They don't necessarily have an open relationship. He ain't got him a little boy toy or a girl toy, that he's very much attracted to women. She made sure to let us know that he's attracted to women. And I said here like this. He's attracted to women, but he's going around pinching men's asses and stuff that don't want it. Okay, that's part of the Me Too era too. I just want you to know, regardless if it's a woman or a man, that's unwanted attention, and it's always the men that keep on getting in the news. So okay, Ashley, if that's what you want to say, that's what you want to say. But anyway, moving on from that, and I'm sitting here like, Ashley, you just saying, it's like she says these things to kind of like, soften the blow of Michael to take up for him. Well, in defense of him, I mean, I know he cheated, but I also had my little thing on the side too, and he forgave me, so I can forgive him. But if it happens again, I can't do that. They talked about Karen supporting her, and what's the difference about, with supporting Gizelle, because she got kids too. And she said, I want to support Gizelle. I just want to support her real family, okay? Made sure to say that it's a real relationship. Even Candiace had to laugh at that. I said, so this is how we starting this off? Spicy. I'm liking it. So we get back up into Ashley ass, all right, talking about the footage that came out at this party or whatever, that shows her husband Michael Darby pinching a cameraman or producers or whoever ass, okay, and you can see that he really wasn't into it. Here go Ashley on the other hand. Oh yes. I mean, that's just somebody that we know. They play around like that all way, and it wasn't in a sexual, flirtatious type of way either way. And then Andy said, well, according to him, he was not here for it, and he was really taken aback and offended by it, And it was like, oh, sure, this is the same man that calls my husband Zaddy. I said, girl. I don't know what it is. I got more energy for this episode for the Real Housewives of Reunion Potomac than I did for the first one. But baby, Ashley, you're fucking lying. Robin said, girlfriend, let me tell you something. That was the incident that I was talking about when I brought it up last season, okay? That I did not want to speak on, but I spoke on it a little bit. That was what it was, okay? And so, Ashley, your man pinches ass, okay? And that's what it is. He's a little something they love right about him, okay? So it's like, stop defending this man, because you're making yourself look stupid in the process. And I know that's your husband, and I know y'all in a relationship, so you try to defend, but it's come to a point where some things is just indefensible, okay? Without making you look stupid. Then talked about the fact that she don't have a prenup. She was on the show talking about having a post-nuptial agreement just in case another indiscretion or infidelity happens. And she said that she didn't even get that. And after about to have 2 kids, maybe she should. I'm sitting here looking at this bitch like, are you serious? Ashley. Okay, girl, if that's what you want to say, that's what you want to say. Girl, I'm off Ashley at this point. Just... Anyway, moving on from that. So, they get into Karen's whole little bit, about Ray, about being going back to her hometown, seeing about how their relationship is, her moving back to Potomac. Robin says her home so much better than the other home that it was, and she was like, I agree, my kids agree with that, talking about how Ray enjoys it here. He's always out here golfing with his friends like every other day. And I'm sitting here like, okay, girl. Now on the show, Ray was ready to go to Florida. That's what y'all keep on telling us. Ray is ready to go down to Florida where the old people stay when they retire. Okay, that's where he want to go to. He ready to go to the beach. All right, he ready to go to the beach. That's what is going on. And I'm sitting here like, okay, Karen, so you gonna get up here? You know, with Karen, the thing is, I like Karen, but I'm not dumb to the fact and blinded to the fact that Karen is full of shit. Karen is full of shit. Like most of these girls, like Karen, you can't dodge the bullet. You are full of shit. They asked her about the fireball and her drinking and everything or whatever. Robin was like, "Why was you so dismissive when I brought up the whole thing about you drinking the fireball?" She was like, "It wasn't that I was dismissive. It was just that I was hungover." I said, "Girl, you was dismissive as hell. Okay, that's all that it was. You ain't want to get called out." And that's what it was. Like, damn, Karen, it don't hurt to tell the truth, okay? But if you want to say that's what it was, that's what it was. Then move on from it, all right? Next thing you know, they started talking about this whole comment about how she didn't like Ray's dick, and I said, oh no, okay. I said, put a pause on that. I don't want to hear that, not yet. Don't be upset that I'm growing and you're not. Oh my God, like Karen would not lay up off Gizelle. Well, I would hate to be Giselle right now because god damn, bitch. But anyway, they bring up the whole thing about the comment about how Karen doesn't like Ray's dick. Okay. And she was like, first of all, that's not true. Second of all, that is a disgusting comment and all this stuff. Woo woo woo. Okay, we get into that, how Karen has evolved. I'm just gonna fast forward through some stuff. One point they started talking about money situation and what they do with the money. Girl, Monique had to make sure that she was like, listen, this money ain't nothing compared to what Chris bring into the household. I mean, he liked that I got my own money or whatever and let me invest it into, I take my money, invest it into what I got to invest it into and all that shit. And Andy tried to try Monique a little bit with Chris and said, he probably not making as much as he used to make. Oh, she was like, oh no, he's really bringing in everything that he's bringing in. Okay, he has you need to look at his investment portfolio, okay, because it's really doing it. All right, he's bringing in just as much as he was bringing in before. Okay, and probably even more. I said, well, damn, Monique, I want to see the investment portfolio. Is that in the binder too? But anyway, so that what was going on. Robin said her and Juan, they contribute equally to the household, which I respect. Which to me, that makes more sense. I would never want to get into a household with somebody, and especially given that I am a lesbian and it's two women or whatever, I feel, especially when it's like that, and even if I was with a man, I would be one of those ones that would want to contribute 50-50 to the household like that. Okay. So I can get with Robin and Juan on that one. I appreciate that. Girl, they started talking about Karen and her evolution. It seems like she was. Oh no! Before we get to that, the whole thing about Ray saying that he doesn't love her or wasn't in love with her. Saying that on camera. And she was like, yes, it was a big platform that he put it out there. He really wanted me to know. He really wanted me to hear it. So which way to do it is to put it on the biggest platform there is. And my whole thing about that is, you mean to tell me your man couldn't take you to the side and tell you that, a little while ago? And I'm not Team Gizelle, but something tells me that, call me crazy, but I feel like what Gizelle said is correct. A little bit. I feel like that probably did happen. Gizelle said, I feel like this wasn't the first time that it was said, you know. And I'm getting that feeling that this wasn't the first time it was said. And she probably was a little bit embarrassed. And that's why she went back there and cried, plus hurt. And she was like, I'm not that vain or shallow that I'll go cry because I'm embarrassed. I mean, it's okay if you are, because you are on a public platform. And he did say it publicly. But, she was hurt. She was heartbroken. So I get it. But I do kind of feel like this wasn't the first time that it was said. So I give Gizelle that one. Moving on from that, they start talking about the evolution of Karen, how she's breaking out her shell a little bit more, step being so closed off and uptight or whatever. We getting more of her this season. And, Andy had to call bullshit on her a little bit, but, she was like, part of the reason why she's opening up more is because, you know, her parents are no longer here. And when her parents were here, it was like, let me close myself off a little bit. Let me act accordingly because I know that my parents will be watching. You know what I'm saying? I said, oh, even at an old age, we still be, you know, caring what our parents, I don't mean to say old age, even at an older age, as we get older in age, we still care about what our parents and our family are saying and going to, you know, their judgment of us. So I was like, okay, I can see that, you know, and everybody was like, yeah, you know, even Ashley said, yeah, you know, at Karen off screen is so much different than Karen on screen sometimes because she's so much looser off screen. And even Gizelle said, yeah, she's a lot of fun. It's just that, you know, I don't understand the front that she put on when she put on screen. Girl, that's when Karen was like, don't hate me just because you just said because I'm evolving and you not. I said, bitch. I don't know if Gizelle was trying to comfort her at that moment, but Karen showed up, came at that girl neck like that. At least one of them. Me and Gizelle in the same club. We got a couple of necks. Or do I got a couple of necks? No, I got a couple of chins. Okay? It's the chin. Is it her is it her neck or is it her chin? I gotta watch and see. Either way, if she got a couple of chins, girl, I got a couple too. You know, so hey, it is what it is. Welcome to the club, bitch. So now we get into Monique's segment. And just as I thought, of course, there's a lot of rolling eyes and all this stuff. And you know what, Candiace? This ain't even your fucking segment. Your segment coming up next with Monique, okay? And I just don't understand. See, I be trying with her. I try with her so much. And at the end of the day, I still don't dislike the girl. I just don't like the actions that she is trying to portray on this show right now. Okay? That is my issue. At the end of the day, feel how you feel, but bitch, be consistent with that shit. Don't be up here talking about some, oh, I feel attacked and I'm traumatized and all this shit. But throughout the whole Monique segment, you're saying shit under your goddamn breath and because you feel protected now. You feel like, you know, if you felt traumatized throughout the whole what if Monique was this big and bad person that you felt traumatized throughout the season and you didn't want to be around, now that you're around her, you feel like it's okay for you to say all this stuff underneath your breath and you have these balls to say what you want to say, why you don't feel traumatized to be in the same room with her right now? What makes you being big and bad now to say all this shit underneath your breath and to say interrupt her as they try to talk about her stuff? Okay, I just don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? This whole time, you know, they talking about when they get through with Monique's package, Candiace literally says, oh, now she's the victim. Bitch, you play big victim. And like I said, I'm saying whatever the fuck it is that I feel. Young Miami is going off. This beef is crazy. But no, I'm saying exactly how I feel. Let me just put this out here because, you know, I don't read all the comments, but if you don't agree with somebody, you're being biased. You're getting paid off. I don't know. None of these bitches ain't never had no contact with any of these bitches and don't give a damn about any of these bitches, okay? If they was to call me or contact me and ask me to do, it'll be an automatically no. Because that's not what I get on here for. I don't get on here to make friends with people from reality TVs that I'm about to go in on. Because I'm not fake like that. You can't buy my loyalty, okay? I'm going to give my honest and my goddamn raw ass opinion. And my honest and raw opinion is, Candiace, you're full of fucking shit at this point, okay? You want to call Monique or say it sarcastically, oh, now she the victim. Bitch, you've been playing victim this whole damn time. I'm so traumatized. I had to put a sticky note up there saying that I'm okay. Now, I gave you leeway. We grew up different. I understand that. But, bitch, you got a fucking mouth on you. If you lived anywhere else, bitch, you probably would have been got your ass. You would have got jumped so many fucking times because your mouth. You one of those people that talk big but can't back that shit up when it comes time to put some action behind it. That's what you are, okay? They talking about T'Challa. You up here talking about the shit didn't happen under your breath and everything like that. You know, Monique, you talking to Ashley about it. And I'm like, girl, let that shit go, okay? But even the bird expert said it seems a little weird, girlfriend. It seems a little weird. So, did T'Challa really leave? Did he really leave? Okay, Robin, you sitting there looking like you stuffed this shit because ain't nobody like your storyline this season. Bitch, you so fucking forgettable this season. Like you had no fucking real storyline. Okay, you had the little tax issue and Juan proposing to you. That's fucking it, bitch. Sit there and shut the fuck up and deflate yourself. Okay, because you look stuffed. All right. All these facial expressions, and it's pissing me off because at the end of the day, these women, Gizelle, Robin, Wendy, and everybody else, y'all don't have a reason to be mad at Monique, okay? You don't have a reason to be mad at Monique. Monique didn't put hands on you. Okay, she didn't put hands on you. She didn't do shit to you. She don't owe neither one of y'all a fucking apology. Okay, the only person that she should have the real issue with and that is Candiace, and I keep on saying that till the end of this shit. And I'm so mad that next part. First of all, Real Housewives of Atlanta don't come on next week. Okay, but it's gonna be an hour and a 90-minute part 3 for this finale of the Real Housewives of Potomac, but for the reunion part 3. But anyway, get back to what I was saying. So they talking about that, you know, then they get into the whole plot shit, you know. Andy tried to come for Monique and say it really was no plot that was really being said and all that shit. But what I guess she referring to is this whole thing that Gizelle is the one that was putting it out there. Yes, Sharice probably told Gizelle or whatever they said happened or whatever, but Gizelle was the one that brought it on the show. Okay, Gizelle is the one that let us know that it was a trainer that was involved. If we did not hear from the internet that it was, most people found out about it on the show, that there was a trainer involved and all this stuff, and they was trying to say that the baby wasn't his. I don't know if Gizelle put that part out there. I don't think she did, but the part about her going around town with the trainer, Gizelle definitely put that out there in the confessionals, okay? That's what that was, all right? And Andy was like, but the other plot, they didn't say that. She talking about some stuff that didn't air. Bitch, if it didn't air, what are you talking about, Monique? Okay, and the whole thing with this thing, you know, you put out there that Gigi is the one that came up with this, your friend, and it's just, girl, I'm trying with you, but it's a lot of shit about this whole story, this whole so-called plot that really don't make sense to me. Like, at the end of the day, if you had an issue and you knew this shit was happening already, you had an issue, this supposedly been happening, but you was still kicking it with these girls. If somebody was saying something about my family trying to break us up or whatever, I'm not gonna still be kicking it with them. You was kicking it with Sharice. You was kicking it. You on the show this season trying to be cool with Gizelle, and you claim that you knew it. Girl, it just don't make sense. It just don't fucking make sense. Make it make sense for me, okay? Somebody in the comments, make it make sense for me, because at this point I'm not getting it. But anyway, they had to put a pin in it, and then they get on to the Bravo. They finna give us the fight. You know, of course, Andy had to make sure that they put out, you know, Bravo does not condone violence, okay? At the end of the day, is Monique leaving this show? No. She's not leaving this show. All the interviews and all the Watch What Happened lives and all the stuff that she's been on, she ain't leaving the show. If Portia ain't left the goddamn show and she fought on the fucking reunion and came back the next season, she probably had her role diminished, but she ain't leaving the show, okay? So everybody's coming back. At the end of the day, I feel like everybody's coming back. But, you know, I'm sitting here like, oh, so we got to put out a disclaimer. This fight was so disturbing. I wasn't disturbed by the fight. Bitch, I just seen a bitch get her face stumped in. It wasn't nothing like this. A girl just got popped. That's all on here. She just got popped, bitch. That's it. She just got popped a little bit. I just seen a bitch get her face stumped in on another video. And y'all act like these bitches are above getting into fights or whatever, but then be cool with sharing videos of fight videos on Twitter and Instagram and all that shit. Oh, the fucking hypocrites. But anyway, I'm sitting here like, okay, then let's get into it. And you know one thing I didn't understand why Candiace kept on interjecting herself into this whole thing with the the plot situation. And I know Karen said what she said, but and she was getting so upset, but Monique has already put it out there that Candiace had nothing to do with the plot. So why are you getting so upset? I just didn't understand that. Am I the only one that's lost on that? Like, girl, calm down. What was happening? So we get into the fight, okay? And put down in the comments, because I was rewinding or whatever, looking at the fight. Did the wine glass go, like the liquid go into Monique's face before she hit her? I know she was already grabbing her hair. Okay, we already know that. Monique set this off. Well, words set this off. Monique was the first one to get physical. Let's get that straight. They both had an exchange of words, okay? And Candiace did get into her space, okay? Monique said what set her off, what triggered her is when Candiace got in her face or whatever, was putting her hands. And of course, everybody else was trying to say that never happened, that never happened. But then they showed the video and she was doing this. So that's what she was talking about. And if you, some of y'all act like y'all too good to be in a fight, or that y'all never got into a fight, and that y'all probably never said some shit like this too. But motherfuckers know that if somebody put their hands in your face or whatever, whether or not they are about to hit you or whatever, that is a trigger, and that means get on the defense and get ready to fucking pop off. Because one thing people say, don't put your hands in my face or else I'm gonna beat your ass. That is a fucking warning right there. So maybe that's what she was talking about, girl. I don't fucking know. I'm sitting here looking at the thing, but my whole concern was, did Candiace throw the drink after Monique hit her, or was it before she, popped her or whatever? Because first Monique was pulling her hair. Then she started hitting her after the face got wet. Okay, so was it afterwards? Either fucking way, we already know who popped it off, who got physical first, okay? Monique was the one that got physical, And then she started talking about the wine glass, the reason why she did what she did or whatever was because Candiace had broke the wine glass and she was still holding shards of the wine glass trying to throw it and all that shit. And I'm sitting here like, now Monique, I was with the other girls. I'm looking at the footage and they even played that shit back. Candiace was holding on to that shit, okay? And it don't even look like she was trying to hit her with the shit. I said, Monique, what alternate universe you in, girl? You said you blacked out, so maybe you don't remember. Girl, fuck that, no. I'm sitting here like, nah, girl, what? She was holding on pretty tight to that goddamn wine glass. It wasn't like she had different shards up in her hand, like Monique said. Monique said that bitch, like, I'm sorry. Monique said that shit like Candiace, I don't care how long this review is either, because y'all gonna get it all. Monique said that shit like Candiace was picking up glass off the table and just going like this. I'm sitting here like, that ain't what happened. That ain't what happened. Girl, what is going on with this shit? Okay? And they even asked about why she overreacted at the fire pit. It was just the build up and all this shit. They trying to say that she had intent, or Candiace was trying to say she had intent on trying to start a fight with her this whole time, multiple times. And I don't think that she was trying to start a fight with that girl like that. Not a physical fight. But we can all agree Monique was doing too fucking much at that thing. And Monique, all of a sudden, it take you to realize and look at your actions now to see that you was doing a little bit too much. It took you to that to replay it. You couldn't tell that you was doing, girl. Okay, moving on from that shit, bitch. You ain't gonna fool me. Okay, they even called her out on the whole taking a picture with. See, that's the thing with Monique. Monique got a fucking answer for every goddamn thing, and I'm sitting here like this. It still ain't making sense to me. It still ain't making sense to me. She had an answer for reason why she was with Sharice or whatever, and I'm sitting here like. Okay, girl. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. And then they get into the reason why she wanted to, they said that she blacked out or whatever, but then you kept coming back for her and you was saying that you was finna beat her ass or whatever. She was like, hell yeah. This is after the bitch was talking shit, talking about some, I'm a ghetto hood rat and I'm about to be fired and all this stuff. So I'm finished. I'm like, well, and they played the clip because that's exactly what Candiace was doing. Bitch, you wasn't traumatized then. But anyway, let me stop playing with Candiace like that. But anyway, she was like, well, at this point, since I'm gonna be fucking fired and done with the goddamn show, bitch, since you claim that I'm gonna be fired, let me finish this bitch out, okay? And in that moment, I'm not even mad at Monique. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all once again, I wasn't mad that drink went up into Monique's face when Candiace was going at her, because Monique pulled her hair first, bitch. Monique initiated that goddamn physical contact, okay? And in that moment, Candiace was trying to fucking defend herself. She was trying to fucking defend herself. And if she had a glass of drink up in her hand, bitch, I would have threw the drink up in her hand, bitch. And truth be told, something else probably would have happened. Now, see, Monique got the right one. Monique got a weak bitch. And I'm saying a weak bitch in the sense that, Candiace don't fight like that, okay? Now, if she would have got a real bitch that knew how to throw hands, Monique probably would have got a little bit more than a little busted tooth or some shit like that she want to claim that she got dental shit going on for that. Okay, because bitch, you pulled my hair, I'm fucking your ass up too. Okay, you ain't touching these locks. The only bitch that touched these locks is my bae. Okay, and my hairstylist. That's it. And me, all right? You're not finna pull these bitches out and I think that I'm finna fuck you up. That's a trigger for me. My hair is a trigger, okay? My hair is a trigger. I'm just gonna tell you that, okay? You're not finna do that. So I wasn't mad at Candiace for throwing that wine on her. And if she would have had stabbed her, scratched her up with the goddamn glass, I wouldn't have been mad at that shit either. We fighting. Self to fuck defense at this point, you know? And then if, Monique would have went back out there and said, bitch, I'm finna finish her off, and she would have fucked Candiace up some more, I still wouldn't have been mad at that either. I wouldn't have been mad at that either. I said, bitch, you might as well go on out. If you're gonna go out in the blaze of goddamn glory, in your opinion. That's how I felt about the shit. So, at the end of this, it ended with, you know, asking Candiace her feelings on the whole fight. You know, she said she got the fight video when it was subpoenaed in November. She finally watched it in February because she didn't want to see herself like that. Of course, she starts crying. I said what I could say on it. I don't even have nothing else to say. Like, Gizelle, you are on a show with Portia fucking Williams, who dragged the shit out of fucking Kenya at a reunion. And you are sitting up here judging Monique, who didn't even fucking touch you. That's one thing, okay? Second of all, Candiace, I understand the trauma of it, and you trying to, you know, you play into it. Let's not act like you don't play into the whole shit that's been going on. And yes, Monique could have said something, but of course she's not going to do that. Like, I'm not buying this. I'm still a victim type of shit. I'm still so severely traumatized years later. Let me tell y'all something. The one time I got into a fight, and I'm going to tell y'all this. I never told y'all this part of the story. The one time, and one and only time that I truly got into a fight with somebody, that was a friend of mine. So I understand the mental state of, oh damn, my friend, you know, fucking me up or trying to come at me like this or whatever. The relationship had gone sour, just like Monique and this. This happened to me when I was probably like, I was in high school, okay? So I understand. We did get into a fight. I whooped that bitch ass, and that was it. Our parents talked to each other, and that was it. That was it. I didn't feel no way about it. We didn't have any more communication. She didn't say shit to me. I didn't say shit to her. We figured that shit out when we were kids, okay? We were about to be in high school. These are grown-ass women, and she acted like she can't get over it. Is it because of the public embarrassment? And I'm not saying that it's a time limit or whatever, because that is true what Gizelle said. You know, we can't force the bitch to get over it or whatever, but it's not a time limit to trauma, to grief, or whatever, how you grieve shit. But my whole thing is, like, I don't even fucking know. Like, how come you just... It just don't make sense to me. You talk all this big shit, but then all of a sudden you want to cry tears. You want to cry tears. Move on from it. Quit talking about it. And quit. If you never would have filed the police report, we would have been done with it. Like, I'm just, like, it wasn't even that bad of a fucking fight. Shit, y'all just sit here. Most of y'all watching this shit, judging Monique and judging this whole fight and judging Candiace. Y'all have sit here and y'all have been privy to watching Bad Girls Club. And y'all done seen more worse fights on Bad Girls Club and was rooting for the shit. But because it's the Real Housewives of Potomac, oh, now you're above it. Like, I don't get the contradictions. I don't get the hypocrisy. Like, stop it. Stop it. Like, it's making me mad, child. It's making me mad. And I started out so good. But anyway, fuck it. You know, of course Candiace was going to lead crying and all that shit. I don't even care, you know. And what made me mad at the end of this was when Andy was trying to come for Monique, trying to say, basically, you seem so calm and reserved about it, like you don't really care. Bitch, what she supposed to do? Get out there and fucking cry? That's some fake ass shit. Oh, if I cry, didn't it seem like I'm remorseful for it? That's the type of person I am. If I would have did that shit to Candiace or somebody would have did that shit to me, I ain't finna give you bitches the justification to goddamn see me on here lose my cool and cry about shit so I can get some sympathy and all that shit. Hell no. I'm moving the fuck on with my life. Candiace, why are you letting this get to you like this? Fuck that bitch and move on with your life. That's how you get at a bitch. You do better. That's how you get at a bitch. The bitch that moved the fuck on. You have it. Why are you still stuck in this place? I don't get it. But anyway, that was the Real Housewives of Potomac. Obviously, I like this part 2 reunion. It was good enough for me because look how long this review is. Y'all can feel the way that y'all feel. I truly don't give a fuck. And I say that at the end of all these videos. Let me tell you something. Ever since the fight, I barely read the comments anyway. So y'all can be calling me fat bitches. Y'all can be calling me biased. You can be calling me all the type of shit that you want to. Actually, probably won't even fucking read it. So it is what it is. My opinion is my opinion. You don't like it, go to somebody else that's going to be on your team, whoever he is. Because I'm on team no fucking body. Okay? That's what it is at the end of the fucking day. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good night. And I will see you later. Peace.